Hello, crafty friends. Welcome back to my hive. My name is Robin, and on today, we will be stitching out something beautiful. We'll be in the hoop on the embroidery machine. Then we'll be stitching out a hymnal cover. And this, of course, this book cover can be used for your books as well. If you like to, cover them just so that they don't get damaged or get soiled, and you kind of protect them. So we are going to start in the hoop on the embroidery machine. I do have a Janome 550E. Then after we embroider, to God be the glory, TGBTG, on the front, then we're going to take it over to the sewing machine and kind of stitch around the book cover to kind of finish it off. Then we'll fit it on the book. So I want to first say hello to all of my guests that are here in the live. And even if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate everyone being here. And I have to drink a little water. Woo. I hope I hit that mute button. Oh my goodness. So let me say hello to my guests, and I'll start from the top. I do have to put one of my phones on the charger so that it won't die during the live. And also I want to get my iPad so that I can see everyone. So welcome in, Unbiased Rachel. Hey, Queen. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for being a moderator. I appreciate you. Hello, DB. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Kingsbury Craft. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Miss Sharon Davenport. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. And let me see. Hello, Derica. Back to This Creations. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Miss Becky. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing? Are you ready for your live at 7:15 tonight? Welcome in, Miss Becky. I'll be watching. Hello, Roslyn. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by, and happy Monday to you as well. Hello, Lady G. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I appreciate you and Miss Becky being a moderator. And Miss Becky is saying, ooh, I got a tickle tonight. Could be used as a Bible cover as well to help preserve. Yes, Miss Becky. This book cover, I'm going to get into it, but it is universal. And I made my own template, and I'm going to get back to that in 1 second. And hello, Eva Marie. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. Hello, Capricia. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Jessie Gibson. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. So it looks like I'm down at the bottom of the chat. So welcome, 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 everyone. And let me get another drink of water because whew, I think I know what the problem is. It feels like 100 degrees in here with hot flashes. So I think that's why I'm choking. I'm like, I'm getting overheated. Yes. Oh my goodness. Hello, Evelyn Warner. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hello, Jess Craft Therapy. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by, Jess. Oh my goodness. Yes. So I am going to show everyone the materials that we'll be using. Those hot flashes are something else, baby. Be gone. Woo! And it's warm here in Maryland today. I'm not sure of the temperatures. I haven't been outside today. It's it's been a busy Monday. How was your Monday? I it's been busy, but great. No complaints. I won't complain. I won't complain. Yes, but let me turn on a couple extra lights just so that I can see. Um, yes. So I'm going to go over some of the other things that I did wind up doing just last week and share a couple of items as well. I was able, as you can see behind me, I was able to stitch out all of the beautiful market bags. So they are definitely stitched out. And I did see after I got off of last week's chat that Unbiased was asking if I could turn the bag upside down and how the straps go. And here is the bottom of this bag. Now that I picked it up, I remembered that Unbiased was asking. And it does have a pocket on all of the market bags, as well as my garment tag. And then I put a key ring holder to hold your keys or whatever you want it to hold inside your bag. Since it's a deep bag, you may lose some things. So I kind of made it the key ring holder on each of the bags. So and they turned out really nice. They turned out really nice. And I have the lining kind of peeking out at the top of the bags. So they turned out really nice. I thank everyone for, helping me stitch them out. And encouraging me. I really appreciate it. Hello, Marlise, the Savvy Crafter. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes. And then I want to also there was a sister, and she purchased some items from me. And when I went to go and meet her, she lives locally, and when I went to meet her, she brought me a gift. Let me share this gift. I should have had it on. So here's my gift. Now, come on. Look at this. I'm getting a gift, and she brought me a brooch. I said, this is adorable. And she said, you could wear this with your Sunday dresses. And I said, I will. And if it's plain in color, you're bound to have that solid, that color to match it right in here. So I thought that was so adorable. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And then I think the last thing I had, my daughter. She went to Buc-ee's during her travels, and she brought me back this bag. And I was like, oh my goodness, she's been to Bucky. I was like, wow. And this Bucky's bag is a cooler bag. Now, we both had pink coolers, pink and white igloo coolers, but this is like an insulated cooler bag as well. Isn't that cool? And they had them in blue and pink. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I got a Bucky's bag. Yes, oh my goodness. Right? Oh, beautiful gift. Thanks so much. Aw. Exactly, Miss Evelyn Warner, or even on a hat. Yes, thanks everyone. Oh my goodness. Yes, hello, Miss Geneva Coleman. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, TB. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Faker McFate. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate everyone being here. I had to move to my computer so I could respond better. I have a difficult time when I use the phone. Exactly, Miss Becky. Me too. And I'm just finding out about the computer is better because I'm always on my iPad or my phone. So without further ado, I'm going to get to the project. I'm thinking that the project is short, but you know when you go live, and I do not have a stitch out prior to this project being done tonight. So we're going to all do it together. So let me bring up my desktop and I can share the supplies and also share the stitch list. Now, I'm hoping that you can see the stitch list. Okay, it's kind of like I don't have my iPad with me. So let me move the camera over. So the stitch list is as follows before I change the view to my desktop. So of course we have the faux, we're going to use faux leather. Then we have the thread, and then we'll use the embroidery and the sewing thread. And the, what is it? The embroidery thread is Richword. And then my sewing machine, I'm using glide thread. And then we'll embroider first, and then we'll sew the whole book cover together. Now, with these illustrations here, when this is the piece of faux leather. So the piece of faux leather, the width of it is 21.5 inches wide. Then the height, top to bottom, is 9.5 inches high. Then, without cutting it, we're going to make a 4-inch fold on the left and the right of the faux leather. So that's the second illustration. Then we're going to just cut 2 pieces of faux leather at like 5.25 inch and sew them on as well. So that's how we're going to sew it out with these 3 illustrations, showing the size, the fold, and the 2 center pieces. So let me put this back. And while I'm up, let me get the charger because I don't want to lose sight of time, and then my my phone goes dead. So let me just put this charger in because I do need that phone. So I'm going to go to my desk. Hello, Spilling Diversity. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Anita Omer. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate everyone in the bushes, listening, working. Yes, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Yes. So let's go on down to my desk. So I'm going to kind of minimize myself and maximize my desktop. So let's go ahead and here we go. And I'm going to take another sip of water. Ooh, check. So here is my hymnal. I did not get a chance to get a book out because I was kind of rushing to get to my craft room, and I was like, I suppose I've gotten a book that was kind of comparable in size, and then we can kind of switch it over. But here is my hymnal, and actually is my husband's hymnal, and he has two of them. So this hymnal, um, he needs covered. So here is the black stabilizer, and this is cutaway stabilizer. And I chose black because the inside of the faux leather is it's really soft. It's almost like suede, but it's faux leather, so it's not suede, but it's soft. The leather is supple, and here you can see it was like a crocodile print on it. If you could, see that. And though the lines are chalk lines that I drew to the centering position. So I cut out two, and I cut out two because I'm going to make two, because once he needs one, he's going to want another one. So, and then here are the two pieces, and these are the pieces that I said that were 5¼ inch wide. So let's see how tall they are, the height on there. This is 2½ inches by 5¼ inches. Okay, so this is the material that we'll be using, and I will be hooping my 7.9 by 7.9 embroidery hoop. It's already hooped and over at the embroidery machine. Like I said, this is the second one here, and this one here, and I can only hold it up because it has his stuff in there. This is one of my husband's this one, yeah, this one is another study Bible, but this one here was done by someone else, and they inlaid this John Longo upholstery. And this, I have some of the scraps of the faux leather, so I wanted to get with unbiased just to see how and I've been thinking myself, but I just want to get with unbiased, and I want to try and make like a patch, like out of the scraps that I have. So this is one of the faux leather study Bibles, and this is another Bible cover, and this is the faux leather as well. So it's really supple and nice. Look at that. So yeah, they're really, really, really nice. He has some really nice pieces, and I would love to take the pieces of scraps that I have and make a patchwork cover or patchwork bag, because I am truly in my bag making era and I'm loving it. I've been doing a lot of designs and I love it. I absolutely love it. So now we are going to go over to my craft bar. Yes, the ostrich. It's so many different animals, but it's all faux leather. It's all faux leather, but it's very supple. Very supple. And I mean very soft to the touch and, more forgiving. Yes. So, yes. So let me change the view again, and we are going, I'll put you up there. I'm going to go over to the embroidery machine and let's start stitching out TGBTG onto the faux leather. And it is already kind of centered. And let me just kind of move this back a little bit. And I did create, because I needed the height. I tried creating it inside of my Janome, but when I tried to do it with my Janome right inside the embroidery machine, it wasn't giving me the height that I needed. So I went into Embroidery and created this. But this is the first time. So we'll be using silver thread. And I do have this on here with some 505 adhesive spray. And we're going to just go ahead and start stitching. So, yes. Oh, okay. I tell you. So those lines again are, my chalk. I use the Madame So chalk, and that's what you see as far as the white. So I always use the chalk because it wipes off, so much easier. Yeah. So I have that. So it'll be stitching out, and it looks really good. Looking good, looking good. So I'm going to go and I want to get my, oh, thank you, Spilling the Diversity. Thank you. Yes. So I'm going to get my iPad just so I can see the chat when I'm over at the craft bar. And it's just in another room. Okay, I'm back. It didn't take long for me to get it. I just did not have it. And I feel left-handed. So let me. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Yes, so we have a tea, and maybe I can share my screen and just show you, I can show you the font and the size that I used in Embroidery. So let me go right here right now I'm on my iPad bringing the chat up. Let me turn the volume down so we won't get no feedback. And yes, so I'm going to just bring it up on my, oh yes, and I have to thread my sewing machine because I have to change the thread to black. So those are multiple things that I have to do. So I'm just going to my live on my iPad. Hello, Jennifer Reese. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Awesome. Now I can see the chat. Awesome. That brooch would be good on one of your bags too. Yes, yes, Kingsbury Craft. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you being here. Yes, thank you so much. And if you haven't had a chance, if you could please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. So thanks so much. Hello, D. Wilson. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone being here. So let me, while this is stitching out, I am going to go over, let me try and share my screen. So share screen. And I'm just trying to do this more because um, doing it more just, I guess, kind of takes the fear out a little. A little. Okay, so share. Let me see. I tried to share the screen, but I wanted image screen, extra camera, video file, image file. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. So it's saying, I'll just share the entire screen. I don't think I have anything up. Okay. So I'm sharing the entire screen. Share. Yikes. There we go. It was hiding. It was hiding my embroideries. Okay, here we go. So here we have my stitch out, and I went in embroideries and made it for the book cover. So I just went here and let me see. Oh, I should have kept that up, although I'm not using it. So I used a Zast Athletic Athletica, and it was 2 inches tall. So here I have some of the fonts, and these fonts are unbiased. Are these BS fonts? What are they? So these fonts are the actual sizes here. What are they called? It was I purchased these fonts, but they come and you can see the size of them, the height of the font. BX fonts. Yes, thank you, unbiased. And these BX fonts I purchased, and they come in various sizes, height, and you don't want to manipulate them in such a way, not too much. I think it's like you just don't want to manipulate them because they're already sized, and you'll mess up your stitch out. So you can mess it up. So I think the rule is not going up or down more than 10%. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is the rule, to not distort the font too much. You don't want to manipulate it. Once you purchase it in a size, you should keep it that way. So yeah, so that is what I stitched out right here in embroidered. So I just wanted to, of course, share where I created and the font that I used for TGBTG. So let's go back to stop sharing. So let me maximize everything. Oh, and share. Whew. I'm out of there. Hello, the crafty Puerto Rican. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. And You said, hey, good evening, everyone. What size needle you use for your Juki 2010Q? I just got a Juki 2010Q and it came with, yes, the Oregon 7511. Yes, that is exactly right. The Oregon needle that I have as well is the 7511. So let me I have my everything in a, and I did receive my first needle break. uh so yes, I keep everything right in here. Um so I see 1114 on here, but I know that it's a 7511 because I just had to change the needle. And I had to pull out. Okay. Yes. 7511, and they are the Oregon needles. Yes. Yeah, I had to run to Hobby Lobby to get some embroidery thread. They had ooh, a safe, but the spools are so small. Exactly. I've never purchased. Hello, Miss Q. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes. You're welcome, the crafty Puerto Rican. Happy Monday, Marissa Crafts. Welcome in, everyone. And fake or mistake, I've never used any of the embroidery thread from Hobby Lobby. I haven't purchased any from anywhere else other than the big box that, no. I am using glide thread with my sewing machine. Got my first needle break, and that's all I've been really using on this embroidery machine. But I haven't. I mean, the sewing machine. When I'm talking, I'm getting confused. When I For the embroidery machine, I've just used the Richword thread, and there is another thread that's over here, but I don't remember what the name of it is, and it that is the I have one other thread, and I don't remember which one it is, but those are the ones with the combination of colors in there. Yes. I did not know that Hobby Lobby even had embroidery thread. So that's good to know. And but they're small spools. Uh-oh. We getting to the last G and I heard some knocking. Hello, Miss Miranda. Picture me crafting. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, okay. This is your first time trying it. I will be sweating when I use it. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes, the crafty Puerto Rican said that she loves the rich word thread as well. Now, I enjoy the rich word. That was the first thread that I had, and I really enjoy it. The colors are beautiful, and I've had to use bleach because if it's on white and it's here in this house, it's going to get bleached. So, and I bleached some of the colors, and the white is still and the color is still in the thread. I didn't mess the thread up, so it washes really good and everything. So we are almost done with the stitch out. Then I'm just going to go ahead and let me see. Oh, okay. So you use the Madeira embroidery thread. Okay, okay. Wow. Yes, I hope I did not mess that up. And for the embroidery machine, I have the rich word for the embroidery, and then for my Juki, I have glide thread. Do not have all the colors of glide, but I have more rich word than I have glide. Yes. Hello, Roslyn. Rosalind Lewis, welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. So it looks like we are almost done. Ooh. Oh, okay. Wow. Miss Merlinda said that she used the Richword and candle for embroidery. That's awesome. Awesome. All right. So let me go ahead and, oh, thank you so much for the gift card. Oh, yes. I saw you you won a gift card yesterday when you were we were all over at Unbiased's channel. Yes, it was so awesome. Sorry, I thought I said hi at the beginning. Happy Monday, Miss Robin and Chad. You it could have been me, Rosalind. I apologize if I oh goodness. I'm like, oh, she said, but I don't remember. But hi, Rosalind. You I know you said hello. I know you did. It's probably me. So, because so right now we're done with the embroidery machine. So let's go to my desk. Okay. So we are going to, and I have the, and let me see if I can get this mat. Let me see if I can get the mat. So is the Richword thread pricey or just good product? It's not pricey at all. It's not. It is not pricey at all. The Richword thread. No, it's not. And the crafty Puerto Rican. I ordered some sewing thread from Amazon. Okay. The brand is Finesse Thread. Okay, I have not tried it yet on my Juki. Wow. Let's see how it goes. Okay. I haven't. Ooh, that sounds really nice. And you probably can get more colors because I'm missing a whole lot of colors for the sake of it, the cost. And I like the larger spools because nobody feels like, threading over and over. So here we are done with the stitch out. So I'm going to unhoop her and kind of wipe off the chalk. So let me just move the camera over to the sewing machine. So moving this camera is going to involve me kind of putting it on the sewing machine as we're stitching out everything. Okay, so I am just right here on the other side of the table. So just want everyone to have a great view. And yay. And right now, I'm using the swing type of, it's like a tripod, but it's attached to the desk and you can kind of swing it back and forward and it works really nice. So yes. So I just wanted to get it on the sewing machine. Awesome. So I'm going to bring this cord up just so it's not dragging the foam down and making it lean a little. So I have my bobbin and okay, I have my bobbin and everything. I have my clips to clip everything together. So first, let's unhoop her. And I'm just going to put these extra scraps over here. And we're going to unhoop Let me move the extra. Oh, thank you, Rosalind. uh. Let me see. Ooh, yeah. I'm up here just looking and not. Shay. That's my girl. That I tell you, I love Shay Shay. Thank you. Wow. Shay Shay, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, thank you, Shay Shay. I appreciate you. You are very supportive, and I enjoy. Oh wow. I enjoy me some Shay Shay. Let me tell you, love her. Yes, thank you, Shay Shay. And let me go back. And Rosalind, they had 40 spools for like $50, I think. And there was candle thread one time was at Walmart.com, but I'm not sure if it's still on there or not. So, not sure. So let's um go back to the desktop and let me make sure I'm not missing. Yes. I love it. Pink, pink, pink. Oh, goodness. So let me go ahead and I'm going to unhoop the design of the book cover. And it's specifically this evening for my husband's hymnal. And I am going to kind of cut off. Let me see if I have my embroidery scissors nearby. I tried very hard to keep everything nearby and, accessible, but on the weekends, things be getting out of order. I was told by my family that I was making a mess when I was stitching out those bags and it was string all in the hallway. They was like, you making a mess. Oh, goodness. And when are you going to clean that up? Oh, my goodness. It got real up in here. They a mess. They only saying what I say to them. Oh, goodness. Yes. Okay. So will you pad the book cover? So Faker McFake, the faux leather that I wish this was feel-o-vision, like you could feel it. The faux leather is very supple. And I will not be padding it with any type of what is it, batting or anything like that. um I'm just going to keep it just like this, and then we're going to stitch all around and attach the other tabs. So, and then got the last piece. You're grounded to go to your craft room. That sounds so good. Oh yes, that sounds really nice. Grounded to stay in my craft room, because it was being in my craft room and sewing all those bags. It was no sign of cooking or cleaning. I was like, oh my goodness. And we had already started with, cleaning, spring cleaning, if you will, the whole house and getting things. Oh no, not this past weekend. I was busy. I had to finish my bags. Oh goodness, and the kids are in spring break. I'm like, no, no, I'm getting this done. Yes. Yes. So let me just kind of cut off the little um strings that may be sticking up. Okay. So I want to be grounded. Exactly, Miss Evelyn Warner. Grounded to your craft room because you're making a mess. I had strings everywhere. I had to take that. I had to get that vacuum cleaner and come through here quick because they were talking about me and not just my husband. Yes. Oh my goodness. I hear I can hear unbiased voice. Bring out that pink tambourine. Thank you. Thank you, unbiased. Okay, so what I wanted to show here that the faux leather that we have here, it's kind of like almost like suede, but it's very soft and kind of, it feels like felt. That's what it feels like. It feels exactly like felt. So here we have the faux leather, one piece, no cutting it. And it's 21 because I showed the dimensions a little bit ago. So 21.5 inches wide. So we are going to take the hymnal. I have to take it because I just made this what I made this what is it called, the dimensions up by measuring. So you go here and some of your books may have, you ever, you have your book and you take in you have the paper on the outside of the book. So you just go ahead and flatten it out. And when it's closed, how wide it's going to be. And then you have to wrap it. So then you just add in like the 4 inches, 4 inches. And then here, this is 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. So I added an inch in the height. And then for the width, I added 4 inches because when you fold it. So that's how we got to 21. So put in the book here. And then I'm going to fold it in. Because this is how I made this pattern up. So I have to fold it and pin it. So, and I'm just showing you how I'm kind of making this up, if you will. And we are going to use a stitch length of like a 1/4 inch, not too much. And then we'll take the back of the book and I'm going to fold that in as well. So this is what I'm looking at. And you see, this is how it'll be. But I also have to make sure, I want to make sure that it's even. So that's what I'm doing. So with the book closed, and when it opens, it's going to be a little different. So I'm just trying to get like a good, I want it to be nice as the ones that he had made by someone who does upholstery. Because, honey, and I want this, to God be the glory, to be a little more centered as well. Because I think I may be off a little. Because I want the design to be, perfect here too. To God be the glory. I don't want it to be lopsided. So right now, oh, I'm not even reading the chat. So right now, I'm just going to put my pins down. And I'm going to pin the bottom. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm just pinning it. Oops. And I'm pinning where the 4-inch, sorry, where the 4-inch fold is. So let me pin the other part. Let me slide the book out because I think that's about as good as it gets. So, okay. So if this were to come apart, what I'm going to do is use my Madam Sew. And if this were to come apart, and if I lose my space by me just creating this pattern on the fly like this, I am going to use my Madam Sew, and I am going to take my chalk and kind of make a line. And that way I'll know where to fold. And then I'll do the same on the other side. This other side needs some cleaning up because it's not all like it's not 100% straight. Okay. And then I'm just going to go up and down. Okay. Yay! So let me take and pin this one as well. Oops. Making a mess. You should probably sew the top and bottom first and then the sides. Just my suggestion. It will enclose the raw edges. So, I'm gonna show you. I was looking at the way the upholstery person did the other ones, and let me bring those in here as well. And I'll show you that the raw edges, when it's cut straight, it was okay. It looks okay. Let me get the both of the books again. I just didn't want to show too much of the book because there's a lot of writing in here. And this is one. And then I'll take that one. And then this is the other one. So this one is the smaller one that I'm using as my guide today. So, so let me take this kind of off camera because it has my husband's personal stuff in here. So let me just take his book out. And you can see how he left the raw edges, but they're straight and then stitched. So I'm basically replicating that. Yes. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. That's a great idea. And this, stitch out, I thought it was pretty easy when I looked at my husband. He was like, oh, I have another hymnal, and he wanted me to cover it. So I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, let me look at the other one, and then I can figure out how to do it. So, yes. So I just measured it and measured the book. Oh, I thought you said 1 inch to the top. So a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Oh, okay then. Yeah. So I'm going to switch the camera over to, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. Yes, I could have, like I said, when I thank you, Miss Evelyn. I try. I get a project from my husband every week. But, he's my biggest supporter, so I have nothing to do but to do it. So, yes, so unbiased, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Yes. And I'm just going to, make it easy. I'm just going to keep it real easy. So right now, I do, and you will see that I have to thread the sewing machine. So let me take off the white, and I'm going to take it off, and I have to put the black on. And I've never tried uh like, I know I hear a lot of multi-needle, when you have a multi-needle embroidery machine, how they tie on. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try tying on my sewing thread. And I've been using the smaller. Oh, I thought I'd maximize the. Nope. Let me maximize the Juki. So I have the small spool. I've been using that for the bobbin. And then the larger spool I've been using uh for the sewing machine. So yeah, so I've never tried tying on because I don't think it's that hard. It's really easy to, it's really easy to thread this embroidery. I mean, this sewing machine. Ooh, if I don't get it together. Yay! And once you keep doing it and doing it, it becomes like second nature. You got to practice, that's for sure. Yeah. And then it has an auto threader on here. And just bring it down. Let's see. And it's threaded. Let's turn her on. And change my bobbin. So I want to change the bobbin as well because I used white. So I'll take the white out and put that over here in my box. And I have a little bit of black, so hopefully this will carry me through. I did purchase more Juki bobbins because I wanted to kind of get more black and white bobbins ready. Because when I was doing those bags, I kept on running out. I said, wow, yeah. Hello, Visionary Creations. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Shay Shay, honey, let me tell you. And no, I love my machine. And Shay Shay said, look at you using my machine like a pro. I love my Juki, and I know Shay Shay loves hers too. Yes, I really love it. It's semi-industrial, but working with the faux leather that I love to work with, I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy this Juki. It kind of acts like an all-terrain vehicle when it comes to like heavier materials. So yes, so I have everything pinned, and I am going to, let me see here. I forgot. Let me bring, let me swing everybody over here. Oops. Okay. So, yes, I wanted to swing you over. So let me just back it up just a little, just a little. Okay. Okay. So right here in the middle, I should have went and pinned this on too. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to stitch down this part and then do the middle. So it looks like I'm a little off because I don't know why my middle. It's probably because when I embroidered "To God Be the Glory," this is the better position for it. So I'm not going to change um how I have it folded, not at this time, because it works it best because when I cover the hymnal "To God Be the Glory" is centered, and I don't want it to be off centered. So maybe I should have pushed it back a little. But let me go ahead and what I was going to do was put this piece up at the top. That's what I was going to do. And I was going to, because that is where this piece goes. It goes here at the top. And you don't want all that bulk, as you are closing the book. But it just helps keep everything nice and seamless. Like it seems like I should make it a little wider. But right now, what I'm going to do is sew the left and right portion together using a 1/4 inch seam. Hopefully I didn't confuse everyone. Oh no. Oh wow. So Miss Evelyn Warner just purchased a dozen black and off-white bobbins from the sewing store. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Wow. So, and I am just sewing the top and the bottom. That's it. With my 1/4 inch seam. So let's go. In in my Shay Shay voice. Let's go. Yes. So I'm right here at my 1/4 inch seam. And yes, we are going to go for it. And maybe I probably could have back stitched. Yeah. And I just back stitch. You can back stitch with the Juki. It's a straight stitch machine, so you're not going to get like I'm back stitching at the beginning and the end. And it has an auto cutter. And then I'll auto cut. And it cuts the thread for you. And then these strings here are because of it was the start of me putting the bobbin in. So I have the top done on one side. And then I'll go ahead onto the other side. And then I'll back stitch from at the beginning and the end. So let's go. And I'm looking at my 1/4 inch seam and making sure that everything is really lined up. And I'm, continuing to stay straight. Let's go. And this 2 pieces of faux leather, and sure did I did not backstitch. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off with the auto cutter, and then I can, using my 1/4 inch seam, I'm going to go back and stitch again and back stitch. And it just makes it, you're reinforcing it so it won't, come apart. So that looks really, really divine. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks beautiful. Ooh, honey. Yes. So I'll take one of my clips off. And oops. And then we're going to stitch the bottom using that 1/4 inch seam. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm thinking, do I need the middle pieces? I don't know. I'm going to decide in a minute because they look crazy not being long enough. Maybe I don't want to incur a whole bunch of bulk, but I think I need to cut more fabric. That's what I think because I don't want it to look crazy. I want it to look professional. So a back stitch in, and then I'm going and stitching, and watch her go. Yes. And one thing about um the faux leather, any faux leather, you just don't want to, you want to pay attention, and keep everything on point because the faux leather would be unforgiving simply because it's faux leather, and once you puncture it with the needle, you'll see the holes. So, yes, I was impressed by my Juki sewing machines. I learned a lot about them. The one I used in the factory was completely different. Wow. And was that factory one, was it because this is semi-industrial, was it totally an industrial sewing machine? I bought a dozen black. Hmm. Okay, so now, okay, Robin, with your back stitching. And wow, this feels nice. And I'm talking about the book cover. It's looking nice. And this is the easiest book cover ever. I mean, if I were to leave it just like that, it's mm, yeah. But I have more fabric. So let me swing everyone back, and hopefully this doesn't make you dizzy. Hopefully that's okay. But I just want you to be able to see. Yay. Okay. I think that's good. I think. Okay. So having the okay. So having the book cover. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to cut some more fabric because this is too easy. And that, I mean, if you wanted to, you could stop there. But I'm trying to replicate. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and replicate and put the other pieces in. So, oops, hit my little rulers. So the little, I can definitely clean up this part. Yes. So thanks everyone. Thanks. So it's 6:16, so I had time. Thanks everyone for being here. So I cut out two. but I did have some extra pieces of faux leather. So what I'm going to do um, is kind of measure the area and then leave a little space. So this is 7 inches. So 7. So 7. Okay. So I'm going to do 6.5 because I don't want it to meet. I just want it to touch. And I'm looking over here at my board. So it was 5.25. And I'm going to do 6. I'm way off. And then it was just 2.5 inches tall. So vertically, okay. So I'm trying to cut this out on the fly, and I am, okay, 4.25. I'm trying to do some math in my head, and hopefully I don't mess this up. So let me see, 6. So what if I did 6? How would that look? Because this is the only piece I have left, but not really. Child, get the longer piece. So I have a bigger piece. So, okay. So I think I'm just going to cut the other piece at 2.5 and then cut that in half. Okay. So I'm measuring, and I'll get my rotary cutter. I'll cut this at 2.5 inches. Let me get my rotary cutter out. Oh, it's probably out. Where are you? There you go. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate. Oh, thank you, Miss Becky. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to make it look professional so I won't get fired from. So I won't get fired from my job. Trying to make my husband happy. I'm like, look, honey. He probably said, child, that's good enough for me. Okay. I want him to hire me back. Okay, so I'm not missing anything. It's just that I done changed up the pattern. Okay. Yay! Yep. There we go. Now I'm pleased. Because it doesn't, yeah, I'm pleased. I am so very pleased. And then I'll stick with my 1/4 inch seam and I'll be good to go. And I'll make a short when I create the other one. Because I have enough cut out to do it twice. Yay! That looks so good. That looks so good. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. I am pleased, pleased, pleased. And I'm hoping that everybody can see me. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you, everyone being here. Oh, goodness. Hi, Danny. Danny Crash. For you. How are you? How you been? Oh, so let me move it on over just a little bit. Okay. So I'm just measuring it. It seems like the top is wider. Let me move that out of the way before I cut it. So I'm cutting another piece at 2.5 inches because I feel like I need more. And with me just, going on the fly and kind of making my own pattern by just visually seeing someone else's, that's what I'm doing. Is kind of, trying to make it look nice and similar too. It doesn't have to be exact because the man is a professional upholsterer. So, yes, I love this. I love it. And I believe my husband said that his sewing machine at the upholstery shop, his sewing machine, he stands up. So let you see. See how I'm putting those extra pieces in there? And the upholsterer, his is similar because he has the extra pieces in there as well. And it helps your book from, sliding as well. This is some really, really good supple leather. So, yay! You are professional also. Do not sell yourself short. Thank you, Miss Evelyn. Thank you. Robin, I'm well. No complaints now that our boiler is fixed and we're back at home. Oh, Lord. Not the boiler. Last week was rough. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Danny. Ah, I tell you. Hi, Donzel. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. Oh, I tell you, when those appliances like that go up, ooh, all unexpected, it's just like, oh Lord, be so just never convenient time. But I thank God it's fixed now. So now that we have, and I'm making sure that the top and bottom is all lined up. And then we are going to still use our 1/4 inch seam allowance. And that's where we're stitching on. Let me put the presser foot down. And I got to watch out for these pins as well. Okay. Well, clips. Okay. So now I'm going with the same seam allowance and I'm going to just go for it. And since I started, I'm going to back stitch in that little ditch there. And I'm making sure that everything stays aligned and stay on that line. I'm not watching the needle. I'm watching over on the side, making sure that, I'm on that 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I took the other clip off. I want to ask everyone a question. If you sew, do you sew with your shoes on or off? Yes, I wanted to ask, do you sew with your shoes on or off? Just asking, just asking. That looks good. Yes. What did I do? What did I do, unbiased? Rachel. What did I do? She gave me the eyes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. I see the I see him no shoes. Right, 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 right. No shoes. Okay, okay. Uh High Visionary Creations. I sew with my shoes on. Okay. Rosalind, I have to have my house shoes on. And the crafty Puerto Rican, definitely shoes on. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. And unbiased, no shoes. No shoes, just socks. Donzel, you sew as well, Donzel? That's awesome. I used to like to sew uh with my shoes off. I think I had a better control of the pedal with my shoes off. Well, I vote shoes off. And that's possibly, I mean, because we don't typically have shoes on in the house. I do have a pair of Crocs, and they're like Croc flip flops, rubbery, and I call those, like Rosalind was saying, like house shoes. I do call them, like my house shoes, my Crocs, and some, and they're just for the house. I, don't wear them outside. So yeah, yes. I was just wondering because I heard some people you know, saying, "Oh, I gotta have my shoes on." Oh, and I just wanted to know how many of us in our community, shoes on or off. So we're going on and quarter and seam, and this is the last and final piece. That is good to know. That's funny. Oh goodness. That is funny. Just to know what everyone, kind of your comfort level is. And can you imagine if had a lot to do? It's like, whew, okay. Yay! This is looking good. And I don't know if I backstitch right here. So I'm going, as long as I keep my quarter-inch seam, it matches up seamlessly. And then I'll backstitch again. Awesome. And has an auto thread cutter. So I'm just going to swing everybody back over. And I'm going to look at this and hopefully it doesn't make everybody dizzy. So, yay. And let me turn it down just a tad. Yes. Too many pins fall on the floor to go without shoes. Vision. Right. That's true. That's true. That is so true. And I have been using more clips these days, but I do use my pens. Yes. And these were the extra bobbins. I think there's only 5 came in a pack. I took one out. So it's like, okay. the Juki used the metal bobbins. So this is how it looks in the inside. So what I'm going to clip off is the extra pieces of fabric. This was the most easiest project ever. I think that if you have a book and it has that cover, that paper cover that you get, you've seen, hardback books with the paper cover. And when you get those, I'm right now just cutting off all the extra pieces of thread. And when you get those hardback books with the paper cover, you can definitely use that as your pattern. Yes. So I'm going to let everyone see how this looks. So I want you to see the edges, and I'm just trying to get those little extra pieces of thread because I started on one side and then stopped. So here is the stitch out, and I think that it turned out beautiful. So let me so it's kind of I got to delay a little bit. Okay, yes. So there it is, and I'm gonna bring it a little closer and kind of bring it back and forward. And you can see, and then when I turn it, you can see that 1/4 inch seam allowance was followed all the way. And the edges aren't rough, they're cut neat. As long as you cut it straight. I don't think you have, are going to have a problem. So this is really nice and supple, embroidered DIY kind of book cover. So you'll just put in one hard back side, one the front of the book cover. You'll slide that in the first fold. Then you'll bend it back just a little bit and put the other hardback cover in on the other side. And we have a beautiful we have a beautiful cover. Look at this. I just see little threads because I start and stop. Wow. I think that turned out really nice. Let me bring this up a little bit. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So, yes, I was like, ooh, there I got to call my husband. Your book cover is done. He asked for one, but I'm going to do two because I need a short. So you can see how, let me try and stay in frame. So it's like a little delay. I'm not even in frame. I'm trying to stay still because I was a little out of frame, but it turned out really nice. And I'll make sure when I do the short that I kind of zoom in on it. So yes, this is our book cover. Thanks, everyone. Yes, I appreciate you being here and stitching this book cover out with me for my husband's hymnal. So let me just change the view. I'm super excited. Wow. And you know what? This one other thing I did this weekend on this tile that's on my desk, I banged my elbow on there. I thought I cracked my elbow. I'm like, ah, it was hurting all weekend. I was like, we can't have that. Yes, but I like the hard top surface because I have my littles and mainly my 6-year-old who always want to use markers. And if she makes a mistake on this, ceramic tile, then it doesn't affect anything. So yes. My husband hymnal is done. And I was able to, create the design, DIY, the pattern for it with my crafty friends' help. And I thank everyone. I really, really appreciate you being here and helping me with this stitch out. I am very pleased, very pleased with the stitch out as well as, the sewing. And when you open it, yes, I love it. So, oh, thanks everyone. Thanks, Ava Marie. Thank you, Shay Shay. Thank you, Miss Becky. Miss Becky's still here. Miss Becky will be on at 7:15. If you're not, busy, turn it on and check and see what Miss Becky is doing over there at Fat Luck Creations. 7:15 tonight. Yes, I'll be over there and I'll be listening and looking. Yes, yes. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Miss Evelyn Warner. Yes, and this morning I was able to watch and listen to more listening than watching to Laura Trevino, Creative Art by LT, and she did such a great job. And this evening, I know after I'm off, after I get off, I know that normally Miss Joy comes on. Um, Let me not forget anyone because when I get to calling names and I miss someone, then I get sad. After I watch the replay, I'm like, so I know Miss Becky, Miss Joy. Who else? Help me out. I'm stuck. Um, don't want to miss anyone. Yes. Yes. So when we have our notifications on, when we subscribe to our friends or everyone in the community's channel, it does pop up. But I like to, give a shout out whenever I can, I always do. And this past weekend, I really enjoyed the block party. That was a lot of fun. And then I was over there at Unbiased's channel and watching her challenge, and she had some pretty unique questions for her panelists, and they were giving gift cards at the end. It was so much fun. I was cracking up because that to this creations Derica, and she was like the panelists were cheating. It was a lot of fun. I was cracking up. Yes. Oh, thank you, Miss Jennifer Reese. And oh, okay, my husband just got a new Bible. Excellent Father's Day gift. Yes, yes, Miss Juana. You are absolutely correct. This would make an excellent, excellent book cover for Father's Day. Bible cover, book cover. Oh my goodness. And before I let you go, I saw Jennifer Reese. She did say, and I want to, if you haven't had a chance to see my short, the bags, and I'll let you see like up close again the bags, the stitch out, how the lining is peeking through just a little bit at the top. I do have my fabric tag here in the middle. I use the webbing straps. The in the inside, I put like the key ring holder so that since it's a long bag that you don't want to lose your keys. So that just helps. The pocket on the front. And then the webbing, the matching up, you know, All these things now, it is handmade, and there is some that I may have gotten off like a little bit, uh, a quarter or something like that, or less than a quarter. But if I didn't take it apart and redo it, but I am not perfect, but I do pay attention to detail. That is my job. That's my life. So I'm always paying attention. It's all about how things look. That's all I do all day. So yes, and yes. So I have the longer straps on this bag, and it's I love it. So thanks everyone. And thank you for, helping me pick out the and matching up the fabrics last week. They turned out beautiful. I really think so. Thank you, Donzel. Yes. Can they be purchased on your website? Yes. So the bags, I'll be listing them. The pink and black one, that one sold already. Someone had purchased that one right before. But yes, they will be listed on my website this evening. And I also, on the 18th, have a craft show. Now, I'm waiting for my aunt to call me back because she got the table. She was waiting for an email, and it's the fire department. And they have a craft show every year. So this is their spring craft show. And then I'll, have use my point of sale, and I use Shopify, and I have like a swiper there, but I'll list them on my website so that I can be ready for the craft fair and, see how it goes. And the, yes. So thank you, Miss Betty. Can you drop the website in the chat? The website is first listed, it's in my description box. So I'm going to go there. Miss Becky, thank you so much because let me tell you, when you get on here, you kind of forget everything. So, yes. So here is the link to my website. And I love that bag. Excellent choice of color. Thank you, Miss Wanna. Yes, thank you. Yes. And they were easy to put together. And maybe I'll drop the sizing of the bags. They were basically everything you use, the lining, the outside, the inside, everything was 18 inches. The batting, the quilting batting, I did cut that at 19 inches because when you begin to quilt the bag, the batting kind of shrinks up or, in your stitching. So, yes. So, I will definitely have those listed. I, found like a good price, I thought. So, for the bags. And hopefully they'll be all gone, on the 18th or if not before. So I did, have someone purchase them, but I love it, and I have two more to finish up. I have my daughter's, but it's all taken apart. Let me just show you that real quick because I have a single needle embroidery machine, a flatbed. I do not have a free arm embroidery machine yet. And with the flatbed single needle, while the bag is not complete, I like to embroider. So I'm going to do, something special for my daughter and embroider her business name. So this is the inside lining for my daughter, and the key ring. Now I supposed to use rose gold, but I forgot. But because she like everything pink, so I have her. This is her lining. and it's already boxed out on the corners. And I also already stitched her straps on, and then she also has a pocket. So I'm going to embroider her business name right here, and that'll be this is in preparation for another short that I'll make this week of me embroidering and finishing up this bag for my daughter. And actually it's two of them. So yes, so I'll be putting those together. So I just thought this weekend, let's get ready. Let's get ready. You got a whole week of stuff that you need to get done. So you got to be ready. Come on, come on. So yes, it was strings everywhere. My family told me I need to clean up. Oh, so Miss Becky, but if you don't sew like me, great unique bag for Mother's Day. Oh, Miss Becky, don't sound like that. Oh, you're so sweet. But thanks, everyone. I appreciate everyone being here and watching as we together made a hymnal book cover. And I do, if I don't have any other questions, thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, I want everyone to stay creative, stay inspired, but most of all, bloom where you are planted. Bye. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Donzel. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.